Hello everyone! Sa video na to, ang pag-uusapan natin ay ang derivative of trigonometric functions. Meron lang tayong certain formulas na gagamitin. Etong mga to, we have 6. Let's start with our first one. Kapag kumukuha tayo ng derivative ng sine of x, that is just equal to cosine of x. Tapos, kapag kukuha tayo ng derivative ng cosine of x, this is just equal to the negative ng sine of x. So, ito yung sa unang dalawa. For our third formula, kapag ang kukuhanan naman natin ng derivative is tangent of x, that is equal to secant squared of x. And then, kapag cotangent, ang kukuhanan ng derivative, that is equal to the negative cosecant squared of x. And then, punta tayo kay secant of x, ang derivative niya is just equal to secant x tangent x. Tapos, ang cosecant x is equal to negative cosecant x cotangent of x. Medyo marami yung formula kasi meron tayong derivative for each trigonometric function. Medyo mahirap lang siyang tignan at first, pero if we will be looking at certain patterns, mas madali siyang masasaulo. For example, yung mga cosine, cosecant at cotangent, lahat sila ay merong negative derivative. Kung makikita natin, cosine of x is negative sine, cosecant of x is negative cosecant x, cotangent of x. Cotangent x is equal to negative cosecant squared of x. Tapos kay tangent tsaka cotangent, ang derivative ng tangent is secant squared of x, pero yung cotangent is cosecant squared of x na negative. Same here, kay secant x, we have secant x tangent x, pero kay cosecant naman is cosecant x cotangent x, that is also negative. Pagdating sa pagkuha ng derivative ng trigo functions, medyo crucial na sa ulo natin siya. Pero as we go along with our discussion, ipapakita ko pa rin naman yung formulas para meron tayong guide. So let's start with the easy ones. We will be getting the derivative of y is equal to cosine of x plus secant of x. Since yung cosine of x tsaka ang secant of x is separated by addition, we can get their derivative separately. So getting the derivative, we have dy over dx is equal to derivative muna with respect to x nung una, that is cosine of x, and then we add second term, derivative with respect to x of secant of x. And then as we follow, ito yung formula sa taas, ang derivative with respect to x ng cosine is just equal to negative sine. Kaya itong buong part na to will already become negative sine of x. Tapos, yung nasa kabila, derivative with respect to x ng secant, we have here secant x tangent x. So, itong buong to, getting the derivative is secant of x and then tangent of x. This is the derivative of cosine of x plus secant of x. This is our final answer. Medyo madali pa lang naman siyang sundan kasi we are just using the formula directly. Pero for our next examples, isasabay natin yung gamit ng formulas, derivative formulas for trigonometric functions at chain rule of differentiation. So now let us proceed with our example number 2. We have y is equal to sine 5x plus 7. Ito yung formula para meron pa rin tayong guide as we go along. Since wala tayong formula for the derivative of sine ng 5x plus 7, kailangan muna nating isimplify yung given equation. Kaya ang gagawin, this 5x plus 7, para mas mapadali tayo sa paggamit ng chain rule, we let this be equal to u. So, we let u be equal to yung nasa loob na 5x plus 7. And then, kapag nilet natin as u, we have our y, that is already equal to sine. Tapos yung 5x plus 7, this is already equal to u. Now, we apply chain rule of differentiation. As we recall, chain rule, we have dy over dx is just equal to derivative muna ng y with respect to u, tapos imumultiply siya dun sa derivative nung nilet natin as u, derivative of u now with respect to x. Ito yung buong proseso ng paggamit ng chain rule, pero kapag nasanay na tayo sa kanya, we can somehow do the shorter method para mas madali tayo makakuha ng derivative ng trigo functions. So, we perform here first. So, this is equal to derivative ng y. Ang y na natin is already sine of u. So, derivative with respect to u of sine of u, and then imumultiply siya sa derivative with respect to x naman nung nilet natin na u, that is 5x plus 7. So, derivative with respect to x of 5x plus 7. And then, pwede na natin kuhanin yung derivative ng sine. Derivative of sine is just equal to cosine. So, this is equal to, etong buong to, is just equal to cosine of u. And then, imumultiply siya sa derivative with respect to x ng 5x plus 7. The derivative of 5x, ang derivative ng x is just 1. So, this is 5 times 1. So, we have 5. Plus, derivative of a constant is just equal to 0. So, you have 5 plus 0 or simply 0. So, this is equal to 5 cosine of u. And then, as we go back, the value of u is just equal to 5x plus 7. So, you have, this is equal to 5 cosine. Our u is 5x plus 7. This is our dy over dx. This is the final answer. Ito na yung derivative ng sine of 5x plus 7. Medyo napahirap lang siya ng kaunti kasi meron tayong 5x plus 7 sa loob, pero by applying chain rule, nakuha naman siya. Mas madali natin siyang masasolve if kokopyahin na lang natin yung buo. We have sine. Ano ang derivative ng sine? That is simply cosine. Tapos, imumultiply natin cosine, hindi babaguhin yung nasa loob, cosine of 5x plus 7. Tapos, imumultiply siya dun sa derivative ng nasa loob. The derivative of 5x plus 7 is just equal to 5. You can do it this way or you can apply etong mas conservative at mas mahaba na method. This is it for example number 2. Now we can proceed with our example number 3. For derivative of trigonometric functions, we have y is equal to cosine squared of x. Eto, baka medyo malito kayo dun sa notation kasi we have cosine squared of x. Ang ibig sabihin lang nitong exponent na to ay yung buong trigo function ang naka-raise kay 2. So this is also equal to cosine of x and then raised to 2. Pareho lang yan. So this is how we represent exponents pagdating sa trigonometric functions. So now, kayang kuhanin yung derivative ng cosine of x. Meron tayo that is negative sine of x. Ang problema natin yung exponent na 2. So again, we have to apply chain rule of differentiation. Ang ilelet naman natin as u ay yung nasa loob. So we let u be equal to yung nasa loob, that is cosine of x. Kaya ang mangyayari, our y, this will become, yung nasa loob, cosine of x will become u. So this will become u and then raised to 2. Then eto, power rule of differentiation lang. As we recall, kapag kumukuha tayo ng derivative with respect to x ng certain x raised to n, ang ginagawa, binababa lang yung exponent n times x, tapos binabawasan siya ng isa. Ganun yung gagawin dito as we go along with our chain rule of differentiation. That is, if we are getting the derivative of y with respect to x, this is equal to, kuhanin muna yung derivative ng y with respect to u, tapos imumultiply siya sa derivative ng u with respect to x. Now we continue, this is equal to derivative with respect to u of our y that is already equal to u squared. Ito yung kukuhanan ng derivative using power rule, and then imumultiply siya sa derivative with respect to x nung u natin that is already equal to cosine of x. Then we apply, pwede na siyang kuhanan ng derivative, power rule, ibababa. So this is equal to 2 times u. Tapos bawasan ng isa to, so this is 2 minus 1, u raised to 1 or simply equal to u. And then multiplied 2, ang derivative ng cosine of x is just equal to negative sine of x. So this is multiplied to negative sine of x. And then we continue, this is equal to 2, tapos yung u, that is already equal to cosine of x. So we have 2 times cosine of x, pinalitan natin si u, tapos imumultiply siya kay negative sine of x. So as we go along here, we perform multiplication. Ang dy over dx, the derivative of y with respect to x is just equal to, kuhanin ko na yung negative sign, so this is negative 2, and then cosine of x, and then multiplied 2 sine of x. Pwede mo naman pagpalitin, pwede rin siyang equivalent to negative 2 sine of x and then cosine of x kasi ang multiplication naman ay commutative. Pwede natin silang pagpalit-palitin. So this is our final answer. Ang pinagkaiba lang nitong example na to ay yung trigonometric function, siya yung naging inner function ng chain rule. So now, let us have more examples. Proceed tayo sa number 4. We have y is equal to e raised to cosine of x. So meron tayong exponential function na nandito. Pero again, kapag exponential, we apply chain rule, ilelet lang natin as u yung nasa exponent. So doing that, we let u, para chain rule tayo, is equal to the exponent that is cosine of x. And then eto, our y, we already become e raised to, the cosine of x na nasa exponent will become u, e raised to u. Then as we recall, ang derivative lang with respect to x ng e raised to x is simply e raised to x. Hindi siya nagbabago. Kaya kapag kukuhanin natin ang derivative ng e raised to u with respect to u, hindi rin siya magbabago. This is still e raised to u. Now we apply chain rule. As we recall again, dy over dx is equal to getting the derivative of y with respect to u first, tapos imumultiply siya sa derivative naman nung u with respect to x. So now we substitute. This is equal to derivative with respect to u of our y that is equal to e raised to u. Wala tayong problema dito, hindi yan magbabago. Tapos imumultiply siya sa derivative with respect to x nung u naman that is cosine of x. So derivative of cosine of x, meron din tayo dito sa formula ng derivative of trigonometric functions, then solvable na to. So this is just equal to the derivative of e raised to u is still e raised to u multiplied to the derivative of cosine of x is negative sine of x. So this is equal to negative sine of x. And then performing the operation, ilalagay ko na yung negative sa labas. So you have negative e raised to u. Our u is cosine of x. So we have negative e cosine of x. Tapos nakamultiply tayo kay sine of x. So you have negative e cosine of x times sine of x. Ito yung dy over dx. This is already our answer. May exponential function lang na involved for this one, pero kaya pa rin naman siyang gawin using chain rule of differentiation. So this is it for the example number 4. Tuloy tayo sa panglimang example for the derivative of trigonometric function. We have y is equal to cotangent of 3x squared minus x. Dahil medyo sanay na tayo gumamit ng chain rule from the previous example, gawin natin to ng mas mabilis. So getting the derivative, hindi ko na to ilelet as u, kukuhanin na lang natin yung derivative niya directly. Ano ang derivative ng cotangent? As we look here, the derivative of cotangent is negative cosecant squared of x. Ito yung gagamitin. So yung cotangent, papalitan natin siya. Getting the derivative, we have y prime or dy over dx is just equal to derivative of cotangent is equal to negative cosecant squared. Tapos, ang technique dito, wag niyong papalitan yung nasa loob ng trigonometric function, this angle. So, this is still 3x squared minus x. Tapos, dahil kinuha natin yung derivative ng cotangent that is negative cosecant squared, tapos hindi lang naman simply x yung nandito, kailangan pa natin siyang i-multiply dun sa derivative nung nasa loob, that is 3x squared minus x. Applying power rule of differentiation, we copy 3, tapos i-multiply dun kay x squared, ibababa sa exponent, so we have 3 times 2 times x, tapos yung exponent 2, bawasan ng isa, 2 minus 1, this is x raised to 1 or simply x, minus, ang derivative ng x is just equal to 1. So we have 3 times 2 times x minus, ang derivative nito is 1, and then we just perform our operation. So this is equal to, ilalagay ko na ito sa unahan, and then we have our negative here. So negative 3 times 2 is 6 times x. So this is negative 6x still minus 1, and then multiplied 2. Eto, hindi naman siya nagbago. So we have cosecant squared of 3x squared minus x. Now, ito yung mas mabilis na paraan for us to get the derivative of this trigonometric function. Pero if hindi pa kayo sanay sa ganitong mas mabilis na paraan, okay lang naman, you can still let this inside 3x squared minus x, the inner function be equal to u, tapos daan tayo ng formula for chain rule of differentiation. So you may check that one, but here, ito na yung final answer. Now we can proceed dun sa last example for this lecture video. So we have y is equal to secant of x squared minus 4x plus 5 raised to 6. Medyo magiging komplikado lang siya kasi etong nasa loob, medyo meron pa tayong terms, x squared minus 4x plus 5, tapos naka-raise siya kay 6. So we have to apply chain rule dito, tapos kailangan pa ulit natin gumamit ng chain rule para sa derivative ng nasa loob kasi this is raised to 6. Kaya for this one, sasagutan natin to ng mahabang proseso ng chain rule. We will be using the formula. Let's start dun sa buo muna. So we let u be equal to yung buong nasa loob, that is x squared minus 4x plus 5. This is all raised to 6. Para ito ay maging secant of u. So we have the value of our y. Kaso nga lang, sabi ko nga kanina, kailangan pa natin gumawa ng chain rule para din makuha yung derivative ng u. So still, kailangan pa natin mag-introduce ng isa pang variable, that is v. We let v be equal to yung nasa loob, that is x squared minus 4x plus 5. Kaya ang mangyayari, this u, kapag pinalit natin yung v kay x squared minus 4x plus 5, this will become v raised to 6. With this, mas magiging simple siya. Then we go back with our original equation. Our y is equal to secant of etong buong to is just equal to u. So we have secant of u. Now we apply chain rule of differentiation twice. We have dy over dx is equal to, kuhanin yung derivative muna ng y with respect to u, tapos imumultiply siya sa derivative ng u. This is our u, v raised to 6. Idaan muna natin siya sa derivative with respect to v, tapos saka natin kukuhanin yung derivative ng v, that's already x squared minus 4x plus 5. This is already with respect to x. So again, doing chain rule of differentiation twice. Now, pwede na nating ilagay yung values tapos kumuha tayo ng derivative. This is just equal to, baba tayo, we have dy over dx or dy over du first. Kuhanin yung derivative with respect to u nung y, that is secant of u. So we have derivative with respect to u of secant of u multiplied to the derivative with respect to v of u, that is equal to v raised to 6. And then lastly, kuhanin yung derivative with respect to x nung v, that is x squared minus 4x. Usod natin to sa baba para meron tayong space. So this is 4x plus 5. Now that we are done here, perform na lang tayo ng differentiation. As we look dito sa derivative ng trigonometric function, ang derivative ng secant of x is secant of x tangent of x. Since kumukuha tayo ng derivative of u, so this is just equal to, following the formula, this is secant of u and then tangent of u. Tapos na tayo for this part and then imumultiply siya sa derivative naman ng v raised to 6. Kaya siyang isolve using power rule, ibababa lang yung exponent. So you have 6 times v, tapos yung exponent na 6 ay bawasan ng isa. So you have 6 minus 1, this is 5. The derivative of v raised to 6 is simply 6v raised to 5. And then imumultiply siya sa derivative ng x squared minus 4x plus 5 with respect to x. Again, ibababa lang sa exponent, so you have 2. Tapos bawasan siya ng isa, so this is x. 2 minus 1, x raised to 1 or simply x, minus derivative ng 4x. Ang derivative ng x is just 1. So this is 4 times 1 or simply 4. Plus derivative of a constant. Ang 5 is a constant, is just equal to 0. So you have 2x minus 4 plus 0 or simply 2x minus 4. Finally, tapos na tayo sa differentiation process. Kailangan na lang nating ibalik yung variables ng u tsaka ng v in terms of x para makuha natin yung derivative. So we have dy over dx. Zoom out ko lang din para makita natin yung value ng u tsaka ng v as we go along here. So as we go up, we have our u that is x squared minus 4x plus 5 raised to 6. Kaya yung u na nandito, palitan natin. So you have secant of u that is x squared minus 4x plus 5 raised to 6 times tangent of u. Still, eto pa rin yung value. We have x squared minus 4x plus 5 raised to 6. Tapos angat pa tayo ng konti, zoom out natin para mas magkaroon tayo ng space. So we have here, meron pa tayong 6v raised to 5. Ang v naman natin is x squared minus 4x plus 5. So as we move this up, we multiply this to, we have 6. Tapos ang v is x squared minus 4x plus 5. So we have x squared minus 4x plus 5. And then this is raised to 5. Tapos nakamultiply tayo, according to the formula, we have 2x minus 4. So we multiply it to 2x minus 4. And then finally, this is the derivative of our given equation. Medyo naging mahaba lang siya kasi gumamit tayo ng chain rule ng 2 beses tapos medyo komplikado yung angle na nasa loob ng trigonometric function. But still, if you want to simplify this further, eto na lang siguro, yung 6, pwede mong i-multiply doon. You have 6 times 2x and 6 times negative 4 para maging isa sila, pero this is already acceptable as your final answer. This cover our 6 examples para sa derivative of trigonometric functions. I hope that you have learned something. Thank you for watching.